Terry, let me tell you, this is still a very active crime scene. If after 2 hours after this shooting, let me show you what's going on. You can see Columbus Police is here. We know Chief Bryan is here. And we've also learned that the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation has been called in to investigate. Police tell us shortly before 10, gunfire erupted in the short north. Police say SWAT members were searching for a wanted man out of Toledo who they say is very dangerous individual, wanted for a serious crime. Officers came into contact with the suspect at an intersection at Denison and 2nd Avenue.
At some point during the interaction with SWAT officers, I can confirm that an officer did discharge their firearm, striking the suspect. The suspect was transported to a local hospital. That suspect is currently in stable condition.
A neighbor at the scene did provide us this photo of what appears to be a gun not far from the crime scene. As we said, police releasing little information about this, but our Kate Seifert is finding additional information about the suspect that was shot and taken to the hospital, currently in stable condition. Kate, what are you learning?
Hey, good afternoon, Steve. Yeah, we're just a few feet away from you covering this scene here. I'm going to step out of the way that you can see that massive scene that is still here. We are along Denison and 2nd Avenue near the Victorian Village area. Now, Steve mentioned we are still working to learn some more information about the suspect. I can tell you we just wrapped up a conversation with the FOP president, Brian Steele. He tells us, confirms once again, as Steve mentioned, the suspect is out of Toledo. And Brian Steele tells us that the suspect was wanted for murder of a 14-year-old. We're working to learn more details about that case and the suspect's name, but the FOP telling us that he called this a horrendous crime. Brian Steele calling the crime that suspect was involved in Toledo a horrendous crime. That suspect then fled to the Columbus area, and on Monday, Steele says there was a bolo put out. So officers and SWAT have been on the lookout for this suspect since sometime on Monday, and they had a confrontation with him just earlier this morning, which led up to this incident that we're seeing here in the Victorian Village. We are also talking to some neighbors in this area. Obviously, as you can see around me, a very residential area. There's homes, there's apartment complexes to either side of me. We spoke to some neighbors who were working from home when they heard gunshots. Take a listen.
I work from home and I was actually on a Zoom meeting and I just heard 3 or 4 gunshots during my meeting with my manager. I feel like we live in a typically pretty good area, so I didn't really think gunshots right away, but I have the Citizen app, so I checked on there and then saw that somebody reported it. Right as I stepped outside, I saw a police officer with a paramedic, so just walked down the street just to see, and then saw the caution tape on the street, which is very abnormal for this area.
And as we come back out here live, you can see that there is all of that police caution tape still in this area likely to be blocked off for quite some time now as police and BCI continue their investigation in this area. As I mentioned, police here, SWAT is here, everybody still taking part in this investigation. The FOP once again confirming that the suspect is from Toledo, wanted for murder out of Toledo before fleeing here to Columbus. We are waiting to get some more updates on who that suspect is and more details about that case, that murder case out of Toledo. Steve Levine will have another report coming up for you at 12:30. But for now, live on your side, I'm Kate Seifert, ABC 6 News.